What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to the station. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Ray G. You can find me on Twitter at RayGQ. And this is In the Lab in the Show. This show right here is the Dynasty Trade Show, episode 36, brought to you by FTN Fantasy. Go to ftnfantasy.com right now. Check out all the podcasts, all the tools, all the resources available to you day and night, 24/7, to help you make better decisions in your fantasy, daily betting needs, world, seasonal fantasy leagues, Dynasty Fantasy Football leagues, NBA, MLB, all types of dope stuff on FTN Fantasy. Make sure you tap in. And when you do, and you decide to subscribe, because I know you will, use the promo code ALLGAS at the checkout to save you a little something on your way out. But for those of y'all, it's your first time here, you've never checked out this show before, as I go through these trades, I cannot break down every single individual league format, scoring, positional stuff. So I'm just looking at it from a very high-level view. Player values. Which players are getting moved in the Dynasty community? What are they getting moved for? What should you do in your own home Dynasty leagues? It's to give you an idea of trades to make, players to acquire, or maybe it's time to ship some of these guys off your roster. So that's what we're doing, high-level view, and I do start looking at everything from a super flex point of view. 99.9% of all the leagues I play in are super flex format, so that's naturally where I start. So if you see me smiling throughout the show, I'm still just so over the moon that the USC Trojans hit a grand slam, to the moon and back with the hiring of Lincoln Riley. So just let me have this moment. We've been bad for quite some time, so I'm real excited today. But let's dive into the content right now and start with the trade that did not happen in one of the leagues or from the group that these trades are provided from. But I saw it and I had to post it because I'm like, if you can still get this type of haul for Christian McCaffrey, just go try. Just try to do it, all right? So the first trade that we're going to take a look at right here, Christian McCaffrey was traded away for Chris Godwin, Devontae Smith, J.K. Dobbins, and a 2022 first-round pick. Now, I believe this probably happened, to be fair, pre-CMC going to IR. But listen, I'm peeping what's going down in the community, in the space right now, and there's still a lot of people who are still very high and still very bullish on Christian McCaffrey next season. You know, his season is done. It's back-to-back seasons where Christian McCaffrey is giving you pretty much nothing as far as production is concerned. I believe he just turned 25 years old, so still very young. Can't believe he's still so young. He signed to a long-term deal. And he can catch the ball. So, you know, even if it gets to a point where he's not a featured between the tackles banger, which that's part of the reason why we love Christian McCaffrey, that production, he's still going to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield for you. But if you're telling me right now I can get two young stud wide receivers, J.K. Dobbins, who should be fully healthy by the time next season rolls around, and a first-round pick. And for those of y'all who haven't checked out the 2022 version 3 of my rookie mock draft, make sure you check that out. Give you an idea of those players that will be in that first round. I am saying goodbye to Christian McCaffrey 10 out of 10 times. This is insane value for CMC to get these two young receivers, a first-round pick and J.K. Dobbins. I'm going to float Christian McCaffrey out there in every league that I have him managed right now to see if I can get something even close to this right here. Just crazy value for Christian McCaffrey. My word. I don't care if it's single quarterback, super flex, doesn't matter. That's insane value to get on Christian McCaffrey. Now, next trade. My man Mike from Iowa. All right. So Mike received Kenny Golladay and Antonio Gibson. So young stud running back and Kenny Golladay. And he ended up trading away a 2023 first rounder, a 2023 second rounder, and a 2022 second round pick for Antonio Gibson and Kenny Golladay. You know, this is one where I believe you probably would rather Antonio Gibson, although that's not a cheap price to pay to get him. You know, that 2023 first round pick. And I get it. Right now, it does you nothing, right? That 2023 first does you absolutely nothing right now. But I'm telling you, this time next year, those picks will be probably some of the hardest to acquire since the 2020 NFL draft class. Those 2020 picks, everyone knew that class was going to be loaded. And we walked away with Justin Jefferson and Jonathan Taylor and DeAndre Swift and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and CeeDee Lamb. It was fantastic. And I do believe that we're looking at the same type of class with 2023. So to give up two of those picks, two premium picks in that draft class, plus a second in 2022, which is nice. Not you didn't get Antonio Gibson on a discount, but I do believe in a vacuum, I probably would prefer Antonio Gibson. I mean, he's only in his second year. I still don't think we've seen his full potential unlocked, especially in the passing game. If he can get that, and that's a big if. I'm not as confident today as I was at the beginning of the season that he is going to turn into CMC 2.0, but I still think I would prefer Antonio Gibson and whatever Kenny Golladay can give you from now until the end of the season. And what I would do is as soon as he does anything worth a damn on the football field between now and the end of the season, I would be packaging him up and moving him off of my roster. I have zero interest in Kenny Golladay, a lot of interest in Antonio Gibson. You had to pay, but I think at the end of the day, you probably would like Antonio Gibson over who knows what that 2023 first could be. It could be the 112, and now you're staring down Raheem Jarrett or Antonio Gibson. So I like the AG side of that deal. Good stuff, Mike. Good stuff. All right, let's go CeeDee Lamb. I said CeeDee Lamb. AJ Brown. CeeDee Lamb trade is coming up next. So we got my man Adam. All right, so Adam traded away. Let's start with what he traded away. He traded away Jaylen Waddle, Dallas Goedert, and a 2022 third-round pick. And in return for his Waddle and Goddard, because the 2022 third really doesn't matter, he got a 2024 first-round pick. Savvy. Get those first-rounders in 2024. Will Shipley, Trevion Henderson, Xavier Worthy. The class is looking loaded. He got and A.J. Brown plus Amon-Ra St. Brown. So he got two A. Browns, and Amon-Ra St. Brown and A.J. Brown, plus a 2024 first-round pick for Waddle and Goddard. I think I like the A.J. Brown side of this deal. Jaylen Waddle is a stud. He's on pace for over 100 receptions, over 1,000 yards on his rookie season, which is incredible. And Dallas Goedert, he just signed that long-term deal in Philly. They're all being held back right now by quarterback play in Philly, but we got to project ahead. I think Dallas Goedert is going to be a top 8 tight end in Dynasty. A.J. Brown, a lot of concern about A.J. Brown right now in his health. A lot of people, they're saying that he's Todd Gurley at the wide receiver position and his body's going to break down. I'm not there yet to go that far with A.J. Brown. But this season has been disappointing. But if you're telling me that I can acquire this young bull of a wide receiver plus a first-rounder in 2024, I'm sorry, but I got to go with that side. I think it was a good deal on surface level. Like, just looking at him, like, oh, shit, you gave up Waddle and Goddard, but you got A.J. Brown. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I think is going to be a competent wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3 type for Detroit. I'm not saying overall in fantasy. And that 2024 first-round pick, I'm telling you right now, get those in Dynasty. Savvy move to go ahead and start collecting those 2024 firsts. I like that side of the deal. Good work, Adam. Really feeling that side of the deal for you. Good trade, man. All right, now we got CeeDee Lamb. So this one, all right, back to the 2024 firsts. Like, you got to start acquiring those. So in this trade, my man Will, he acquired CeeDee Lamb. He gave up a 2024 first rounder, a 2024 second rounder, and Michael Pittman. Yeah, give me CeeDee Lamb. Yes, love Michael Pittman. I'm an advocate of acquiring 2024 picks, especially first rounders. Love it. Good job. But I want CeeDee Lamb. I don't think I need to dive too much into this one. I want CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is a top 5 Dynasty wide receiver. Michael Pittman, top 20. I can give you that. If you want to say Michael Pittman's a top 20 Dynasty wideout, fine by me. Some people may say that's a little high. Neither here nor there. Give me CeeDee Lamb on that trade. I want CeeDee Lamb. Good work acquiring CeeDee Lamb for Pittman and the picks. All right, another deal. Quarterbacks on the move and a bunch of picks. All right, so we've got Justin Fields, a first-rounder in 2022 and a second-rounder in 2022 being acquired for Russell Wilson, a first and a fourth in 2022. So It looks like it was a flip of some first-round picks. Russell Wilson for Justin Fields. Yeah, I want Fields. And I know that it has not been pretty this season for Justin Fields, but Chicago's probably going to have a new head coach next season. Russell Wilson probably going to be on a new team. Russell Wilson in quarterback age years is not old at all. He's like 31, 32 years old, so still got plenty of time left in the game, another 5 years at an elite level. But Justin Fields is 21, 22. You got a lot of years of an elite level if he can hit the ceiling that we all think he can. And I'm willing to bet on the fact that he's a rookie quarterback. Not all rookies come out there and they're as efficient as Mac Jones from day one. But I still believe in the talent of Justin Fields. I still have him as a very high asset in my cornerstone rankings. Make sure you check out that video. But I'm still high on Justin Fields. So if I had an opportunity to acquire, maybe those picks are a little bit higher in 2022. He traded away a later first. You're flipping Wilson for Fields. That's exactly what you're doing. And if you're in a win-now mode, you probably want Russell Wilson. If you've got some time to grow, your team has got some room for growth, then you want Justin Fields. And I'm not even talking about a full rebuild. If it's a rebuild, hell yeah, you want Justin Fields. But even if you know you're not ready to compete right now, I think moving off of Russell Wilson, I did it in the league. Don't really like the quarterback that I got back. I moved Russell Wilson for 2 first-round picks, one in 2022, one in 2023 for Zach Wilson. That was the trade. Russ for the 2 first and Zach Wilson. Not a huge Zach Wilson fan, but should be locked into a starting job for, at least the next couple of years in New York. Good work getting Justin Fields in those picks. All right, my man, Elijah Mitchell. I told all y'all Elijah Mitchell was going to outscore Trey Sermon in 2021. Boom, here we are. Elijah Mitchell balling out right now. So we got my man, 7 GOAT rings. Look at him, Tom Brady, baby. Getting Michael Pittman and Elijah Mitchell, trading away Keenan Allen, Dalton Schultz, a 2022 second rounder, and a 2022 third rounder. I mean, shit, this is easy, folks. Michael Pittman and Elijah Mitchell, let's go. Like, wheels up. I get it. Keenan Allen, still a stud, tethered to Justin Herbert. I'm the biggest Dalton Schultz fan there is. Go check the receipts. But if you're telling me I can get Michael Pittman and Elijah Mitchell for Schultz, Allen, a second and a third in 2022, sign me up. Good work. This is good work right here. Definitely want Michael Pittman and Elijah Mitchell opposed to Allen, Schultz, and those picks. That's easy work right there. We don't even need to flip through all the different scenarios. Keenan Allen is dope. He's a stud. Dalton Schultz, top 5 tight end this season in fantasy football, and I think he's going to be very good long term. But unless you're telling me it's a 2-point per reception for tight end premium, give me Elijah Mitchell and Michael Pittman Jr. Easy. All right. Tony Pollard. We got a little Tony Pollard action in here. All right. T-Rock 5220 received Tony Pollard. He traded away Juju Smith-Schuster and Bryan Edwards. Bryan Edwards' season, for everybody out there that continues to say that, is never going to happen. He's playing. Derek Carr's like first or second in the NFL in passing yards, and Bryan Edwards is non-existent in that offense with the Raiders. It ain't happening. This trade is strictly, do you believe Juju Smith-Schuster lands on a team that's going to get him to be a 1,500-yard receiver again? And outside of Antonio Brown stepping back alongside of Juju, I doubt that's ever going to happen. Tony Pollard has a real opportunity to carve out a significant type role within this Dallas offense. Whether or not he gets the type of volume that Ezekiel Elliott has, he doesn't need it because he's more explosive, he's more dynamic, he's more versatile. Give me Tony Pollard. And, going into the season, I don't know many people who would make this trade, but right now in Dynasty, I saw this and I was like, I really like this deal. We got to talk about this deal. I want Tony Pollard over Juju Smith-Schuster and Bryan Edwards. Bryan Edwards' season ain't happening, man. It's over. It's a wrap. No thank you. No more Bryan Edwards season. Give me Pollard over Smith-Schuster and Bryan Edwards. All right, what do we have here? Again, another gross-looking trade at first, but I continue to say it. I think a savvy move in Dynasty for the right cost is going out and acquiring Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G is not going to be the starting quarterback of the 49ers next year. That's what they drafted Trey Lance for. Trey Lance, it's his job in 2022, unless all shit just breaks loose, all chaos, panic, and he's not playing well, and Jimmy G's got to play. Other than that, Jimmy G's gone. But Jimmy G is better than at least 9 quarterbacks starting in the NFL right now, and I think he will find a home as a bridge quarterback for a young guy in 2022 if San Francisco decides to move on from him. So if you can get Jimmy Garoppolo right now for a second, especially if that second is projected to be late, you're looking at, again, go back to the mocks. You're looking at a Brian Robinson. You're looking at John Mechie at the back of the second. If you're telling me in Superflex I can get Jimmy Garoppolo for John Mechie, sign me up. If this is single quarterback, yeah, of course I want the pick because, I only need one damn quarterback. But in Superflex leagues, I think going out and acquiring Jimmy Garoppolo right now for the low is a savvy little move. I like it, man. I like this. Jimmy G for a second, sign me up. I'll take Jimmy Garoppolo, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, here we go. This is the last one. I thought I had another one on here with this is the Hendo trade. This is Darryl Henderson. All right, let's check it out. So here we go. We got Darryl Henderson, a 2022 second being acquired for Laviska Shenault. Again, another one of these fantasy football cult legends, right? Laviska Shenault. I was never on him, even through the pre-draft process. He wasn't a refined wide receiver. He was just a physical bull that did things and won creatively that worked in Colorado inside the Big 12. But I really struggled finding like a role for him in the NFL. And I think Jacksonville sort of struggled with that as well. We've seen some flashes from Laviska, but I just don't know if he's ever going to be what most people want him to be. So if I can get a running back in Darryl Henderson, who I think even as bullish as I am on Cam Akers' Achilles recovery, what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't? Darryl Henderson's locked into the starting role again. And when the Rams actually run the ball, which they probably should do a little bit more because Matt Stafford is playing like ass right now, Darryl Henderson looks really good. So if I can get Darryl Henderson and a second-round pick for Laviska Shenault, and if this is Superflex, if that second is mid, let's just say it's a mid-second-round pick, you're looking at potentially, based on our mock, you're going to have a choice between a George Pickens. Depending on which league you're in, Chris Olave may fall. I highly doubt that. Zach Charbonnet could be around when you pick in the middle of the second round. So Kenny Pickett maybe. Carson Strong potentially. Desmond Ridder potentially, depending on where they get drafted. Point is, in Superflex, if I can get one of those players and Darryl Henderson for Laviska Shenault, I like that move. So what moves do y'all like? Where was I right? Where was I wrong? What players are you trying to move off of? I really want to see what people are doing with Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, Aaron Jones. I want to see, and Nick Chubb, because we're at that point, y'all. We're in Dynasty. You may think about moving off of some of those players. Which ones, I'm not going to say, but I'll just say this. I would rather be a year too early than a year too late. And some of those players, I think we're a year too late on trying to move them at top dollar. So I'll be real interested to see if some of y'all can move some of those players and see what type of haul you get back for some of those stud running backs who have dominated the first round of our Dynasty Starter drafts for a while. And if you want those trades featured on the show, patreon.com/Prospect Talk. Jordan Backus runs the thing. We're doing big things over there with the Prospect Talk patrons. But I appreciate y'all tapping in. We'll have more of these trade shows later this week. More mock drafts, more film breakdowns, more knowledge, more community. I appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm out of this thing. Peace.